Ну, если тебе по пути...
Well, if we're going in the same direction, it didn't seem like it, but maybe she just wants to get to know me. Maybe she's also lonely. Oh, that it's a mask. It's a mask, but it's just the way this is showing up is like sinister is the word I want to say. Sinister. But I already promised to give my benefit of the doubt. We went toward the school and the lost dawn. I just have a feeling she's much older than she lets out to be. It's just some of the things she says. Some of her poses, some of the things she says. The way she is in general. I want to figure out more. I want to learn more about her. But I want to keep his best interest in the mind as well. This is the protagonist. This is us. This is us. But I digress. Here and there, the lights came on in the windows of houses we passed, as if their inhabitants were sending us warning signs. Now they're just waking up. Silhouettes lurked behind curtains. Dogs let out occasional barks. I mean, she has a pet dog. Or a stray pet dog. There's a dog she cares for, seemingly. Has a name and all. She can't be that much of a bad person, can she? She seems to take good care of the dog. Spirals of grey smoke arose from chimneys. TVs bustled and dishes clanked in kitchens. We watched the village slowly rise from its slumber, while carefully treading the snowy wheel trails. I walked in the left one, and she took the right one. The dog was following right behind us. I expected the fox to bring up something weird again, but she stayed surprisingly silent all the way to school, as if playing with me some game only she was privy to. As if she is plotting something, but it could also be that she feels nervous too. Wait, what's that over there? What's that light going on there? Right by my cursor. It's in a tree. A tree sort of lighting up. There might be a lamppost or so. But she could also be going to school as well. I mean, this was so early in the conversation that she was lying extremely much compared to how she was later in the conversation, when she became a little bit more genuine, or at least open with us. So she might just be like silent, like, oh, going back to school again. I don't like that place. And she's dreading it as much as us. But in her company, I suppose, our protagonist, Anton, takes his mind slightly off what he is expecting about school. She would only giggle from time to time when the dog sneezed from the snowflakes that fell on its nose. Yeah. I was the first to break the silence with a sneeze.
Так как тебя зовут?
So, what's your name? Oh, maybe that was just a dog. It sounded more like a human sneeze. What is your name? Are you going to tell me now?
Ну, конечно.
Here it comes.
Имена, имена, имена.
Names, names, names. I mean, I could just call you Fox. It just feels like a name would be like a natural thing to know when you meet out in the real open world like this and try to become friends.
Людям непременно надо вешать ярлыки на все подряд.
You people always need to put labels on everything.
Ну и как бы ты назвал такую лису, как я?
What name would you give to a fox like me? I could call you Lisa, because Lisa is Russian for fox.
Даже не знаю.
I don't know.
Но я читал про лису по имени Алиса.
But I read about Alisa the fox.
А что?
You know what?
Я не против.
I don't mind. She sounds so cheerful about it as well.
Пусть будет Алиса.
Well, I'll be Alisa then. I couldn't understand if she was joking or not. I don't think she was joking. It's sort of an inside thing with me and her then. I turned around as if looking for an answer from the dog, from the dark sky devoid of dawn. She does seem to have emerged from this weird forest. Maybe the forest can give me an idea. But Alisa it is then. My silent questions were left unanswered. The school's outline was already in our sight. A giant brick box stuck in the endless night. And an officer or teacher smoking, the kids smoking. I guess they start early. Lights in its windows didn't bode well for me. The warden trees were guarding the schoolyard. Screams, childish laughter, and someone's whistling tore up the silence. I went here with Mom when we just moved, and the place looked cozy at that time. Empty corridors that smelled of Polish, puffy snow outside. Polish, not Polish. So we got to go inside as well? Even though we hadn't started here yet? The second time I came alone to get the books and just kept on imagining my peers rolling down the railings. Grade schoolers running to the library and teachers marching down the corridor with the air of self-importance around them. Now, it's been a while since I went to school, but in my days, I remember we, at least in the first two schools we went to, we got handed the books on our starting day, not before. I'm not sure if they do that anymore, though. If you have to do it beforehand. Different countries, different things, different rules, different. High schoolers were smoking at the entrance, in track pants and wool caps, perched on their foreheads. Their appearance destroyed the last of hopes for a cozy school. Their stingy eyes and the teeth, yellow from nicotine. Their smirks. All of it had the same gloomy effect as the cloudy winter morning. Absorbed by my thoughts, I completely forgot about my companion.
После уроков жду тебя на заднем дворе.
Yeah, she must be older. I'll wait for you at the backyard after school. She definitely has an interest in us. She has a big interest in us. Maybe we are the only friend they have. Or, as I hypothesized earlier, maybe she has something more to do with the disappearance than we would like to speculate at this point. But alright, Alisa. Thank you for accompanying me.
Возле повешенного.
Near the hanged man. Hanged man?
Возле кого?
Near what? She just ignored my question.
Не опаздывай.
Don't be late. I hesitated. Blowing hot and cold again. Mom always said that when I would have trouble choosing between two options. Thinking about Mom helped me reply,
Я после школы сразу домой.
I'm going straight home after school.
Эх, Антоша, Антоша. Это я тебя так просто отпустила.
Well, Antosha, I'm going to let you off the hook. It could just be her playful nature being like this. Maybe she's just sad or disappointed. I am so curious about her. I am so freaking curious about her. What is her deal? Is she she's giving, like, sometimes she drops this little hint, like as if she's the antagonist or something, and then she's a friend, and then she's cute, and then she's like dark, and then she's like, I give killer vibes, and then she's, oh, I'm just a kid like you, but I don't go to school here. Oh, I'm going to let you off the hook. I'm probably just having as vivid of an imagination as Anton. Maybe I'm just being stupid like I always am. Let's proceed.
Другие же незаметно подкрадутся со своими улыбочками и вцепятся. Клещами не оторвешь.
Of course, there's a but. But the others will creep up to you with their smiles and sink their teeth into you. Won't be able to shake them off as easily. Oh, this is deep. This is not just a joke. She knows something. I don't think she necessarily reads my mind, but she knows something. I think she genuinely wanted to help. That's why I actually wanted to go more with her as well. She's not just fooling around. She even didn't want us scared. She's like, oh, we can go into the forest at daytime because you're scared during the night. This fox conflicts me.
Попомни мои слова.
Remember my words. I couldn't decide whether that yawn was cute or not. Also, that was not mask behavior. Unless that's a really, really realistic mask. The fox opened her mouth in a wide yawn. Okay. We can't stand out in the schoolyard like this. We have to go out. Even though maybe we'll see her again. Maybe we'll see her again. Okay, so what kind of trick is this? Someone running in the distance called out my name. I instinctively turn around. Oh, a huge snowball whisked past my shoulder and hit the dog. Animal abuse. Okay, I can't really see how big the dog is. The dog looks very tiny. It was standing next to the fox's legs. But as if the dog didn't have issues trusting people already. Sorry, that just made me focus in on the dog, the poor dog. It whimpered and ran toward the spring. Wait a second. Maybe that kid will vanish next if the fox has something to do with the disappearances. I keep cycling in my thoughts. Maybe the fox is the character of these human-like masked people who are responsible for disappearances. Maybe the fox is the character that picked them out. Right. The darkness devoured the little poor dog. The fox girl was also nowhere to be seen. She dissolved into frosty air. Or was she hiding in my shadow? I gulped and swallowed the gum. Unlucky. That's a big gulp. After taking a deep breath, I went toward the school, toward the cutlets in dough, toward the light raining down onto the snow. I suppose enter is the only option we have. What's this up here? Oh, we can... Okay. Just hovering over with the cursor does stuff. It's like the teddy bear in Olia's room. There was a fresh-looking Volga parked nearby, with one of its front wheels perched up on the icy curb. Wasn't that the same car that the police were using? 41 CCD. Oh, SSD, isn't it? Oh, where did I Okay, I remember him always wearing a sad smile while mentioning the black car that snatched children. He would say, "It looks like a funeral car on the inside, white curtains and all. And it has DSC in its license plate. Do you know what that means? Death to Soviet children." Funny, I was born in the USSR too. Which means that the USSR is over. Okay, so this is just a hint to what I can inspect. I don't want to click that. I want to see if I can just explore it on my own. A tall man was standing near the gate, puffing out clouds of smoke into the wind. He didn't look like a teacher. Was he a PE guy, maybe? Like a physical education? Oh, he looks at me. I carefully studied his face that looked like it was cut from a piece of granite, and his hair lip that was holding down a cigarette. He was playing around with car keys and staring back at us. Just a moment, let me have a look here real quick. Alright. There we go. The light from the cigarette was reflected in his eyes that were sitting deep in his eye sockets. I froze in place. The hulking man lazily tore off his eyes from us and walked toward the road. Whose nest is this, I wonder? It sounds like we climbed up there. A thieving magpie? Then it probably has all sorts of shiny things in it. Pieces of colorful glass, bottle caps, polished coins, or child braces. Okay, I'm gonna cheat again. Let's have a look here. Let's look at these. A buzzing crowd of upperclassmen with their winter hats tipped to the side. I'd better not draw their attention. Let's enter. I could hear muffled voices behind the doors, saw blinking lamps. Darkness creeped along the windows, and it felt like the school was drifting in open space, like a lonely, lost spaceship. Paspisanie Urokov. I probably mispronounced the shit out of that. Attention, child missing. Ova Matyukin, 10 years old. Grade 4. He left his... Oh, it's hard to see. Maybe I can get a better look at this when the dialogue is over. After going up to the second floor, I noticed a crowd around the notice board. Everyone was taking part in a lively discussion. I moved closer and took a look at something everyone was interested in through a wall of backpacks. There was a piece of paper with something printed on it glued to the left of the notice board. Read. Vova Matyukin, 10 years old, grade 4, B. He left his home on January the 5th. Child missing. Who's that behind me who says that? Around 1600 or 4 p.m. and never returned. Was last seen at the bridge over the Smorodina River. He was wearing an orange coat with a hood, a black wool cap, a scarf, and mittens with green stripes. Now I want to see what colors the mitten is that I have at home. Might have had a plastic toy gun on him. Features 142 centimeters tall, skinny, brown hair, and green eyes. Please call these numbers if you have any information on Vova's whereabouts. Vova Matsukin, that was his name. 4th grader. On that grainy print, Vova looked dead. Looked dead and dead revived. Looked Pet Cemetery-ish. With a black mouth and a dark empty eye sockets. Could it be that the darkness dwelling deep in the forest invaded his pores and mutilated his face? Excuse me. A plastic toy gun couldn't protect him from the whispering branches and the howling wind. A real gun probably wouldn't either, if it is as supernatural as it feels. Empty eyes of the lost boy pierced through my soul as if pleading. Unable to meet his stare, I turned around and rushed to the window. Took a seat on the windowsill. Oh, that's some high quality sketching. The corridor was slowly filling up with children, in groups of few. Nobody paid me any mind. See? Be optimistic. It's gonna be fine and you're gonna get friends. In the darkness of school toilets, child voices were hammering a nursery rhyme.
Для медведя, для лисы, зайчик кушать принеси.
For the fox and for the bear, bunny, tasty meals prepare. It almost sounds like something out of Little Nightmares. I turned my head toward them, trying to get a better look at their features. But then my attention was stolen by a loud clicking noise. A female teacher marched down the corridor, with her chin raised up high. Her heels were hitting the floor like miniature hooves. A girl was trailing her every step. She was also looking pompous, stopping along the way and whispering some secret in her friend's ear. She was probably a class rep, since she was carrying an attendance register book.
Екатерина, возьми, пожалуйста.
Ekaterina, take this, please. The teacher opened the classroom door, and a crowd of children swarmed in, screaming and pushing. Gives me flashback to junior high. Out of all of them, a tall, red-headed fat boy caught my attention. His face was full of blisters. He looked like the insides of a pomegranate. Well, the hormones aren't always nice. Nor are skin conditions. A bad feeling risen up the hair of the back of my head. I've seen boys like him before. Unsettled eyes, cackling laughter. The girl who was a smaller copy of the teacher, warned the boy with a wave of her hand and entered the room through the clearing in the crowd. Some other guy stood in the way of the crowd, and the redhead immediately shoved him. Move your legs, moron. For some reason I thought this was the one who was going to be bullied, but yeah. The boy flew headfirst, flailing his hands, trying to keep his balance. The fatso burst out laughing, and a couple of kids joined his nasty cackling. Their laughter sounded like someone was snipping with huge garden scissors. The classroom sucked off. The classroom itself came to life and vacuum cleaned all of the kids inside it. The corridor stood empty. I wanted to grow roots and stay on the windowsill. Well, it's not that bad inside the classroom as it is outside, I feel at least, when it comes to the pressure of the children and all. Oh, we sense a vision from outside. There were a lot of prints of some animal. Just a handful of lampposts outside were battling the darkness, writhing like fluorescent fish in the black ocean. So, is this after school? Did a school day? I'm trying to focus on speaking English right now. Do not lose the language just yet. It's too early in the night. Is this after the school, or are we just daydreaming? There's a huge moon. Maybe I can still run away. Go outside, dissolve in the dark. I imagined myself running through snow. Oh, startling wind. How the snow squeaks under my boots, and how I'm becoming lighter and lighter with every step. Oh my freaking god, that is so loud. And here I was falling into the immersion of the outside world. I suppose that bell is meant to wake you up from your daydreams. The ringer's shrill blew that illusion away. I tore myself from the window with great effort. Then I took a couple of deep breaths, trying to at least calm down my mad pulse, and entered the classroom. We were standing here. Okay, yeah. We dip into like daydreaming so fast. But I guess we don't sleep that much either, so that probably doesn't help. So it's 9 minutes before 9. The prim teacher looked at me over the frame of her glasses, clearly annoyed.
Я новенький.
I'm the transfer student.
Мне вот сказали к вам подойти.
I was told to come here. The snowy forest trail was winding in front of my eyes. The pines rustled, but it didn't sound predatory anymore. What is this for a remark? We're in the classroom. Are you drifting off again, my boy? Already. While talking. She buried herself in the register and flicked through the pages.
А фамилия-то как?
Your family name?
Петров.
Petrov.
Громче говори.
What are you mumbling? Speak up, son.
Чего мямлишь?
Say it clearly. Oh, hang on, my as much as he drifts into imagination land, I drift into the menu with a right click. Okay.
Petrov.
There you go. Petrov.
Нет такого.
Ah, you're not on the list. She measured me with a long and heavy stare, as if trying to see if I was lying. Wait, was I supposed to be abducted today? Was I supposed to go missing? Did they prepare for that scenario? I wanted to sink through the floor. Yeah, it's like, I can imagine that's like, what do you mean I don't belong? I was told to come here, and I don't belong here, you say. It's like, that does stuff to you. Hazy faces observed all of that from the left. Oh yeah, his left. The classroom breathed and snorted in unison, like a living organism, like a dangerous beast.
Ты не ошибся?
Are you sure?
Нет такого в списке.
I don't have you in my register. Yeah, you said that. There must be like something, like a mix-up somewhere. My knees chose the worst time to start shaking, and I felt dizzy. I clutched my fists so hard, my knuckles became white.
Мне сказали, 204 кабинет, Лилия Павловна, 6 В.
They told me to come to the classroom 204 to ask for Lilia Pavlovna, class 6C. Apparently everyone in the classroom took my words for some sort of joke, because they were all laughing. Yeah, it sounds like they, what I said was foolish. Like, oh, he fucked up, is what it sounds like.
Что за бардак?
What's wrong with this school? Oh, okay, never mind, it's a school. Okay, so I didn't fuck up. The classroom fell silent. Why did they laugh then? The kids hid their smirks for a better occasion. Yeah, she radiates discipline and, well, you don't fuck around with her, I guess.
Понаберут студентов.
Why do we hire so many interns?
Только знают, что губяки свои малевать. А я разгребай, значит.
They all know how to put lipstick all over their bulging lips, but when it comes to real problems, I have to solve everything. Well, just seat me down, what's the problem?
А бумаги-то кто заполнять будет? Не первый раз ведь уже.
How did he send you here without any paperwork? We had this same thing happen so many times already. Then why did you you're not in the register? You're not in the register. You're not in the register. If it's happened so many times, your own words.
Подожди здесь. Сейчас.
Wait here. I'll be back. So you made him feel like a fool, even though you knew this was most likely going to happen again and again.
Сейчас я им устрою.
After I have a little chat with them. The teacher flew past me, mumbling something to herself in righteous anger, and I was left standing at the center of the classroom. Like a convict in front of a firing squad, I lowered my gaze, feeling like the mocking stares from all around the classroom directed at me. With the teacher gone, that one big boy is gonna mock me or push me around, isn't he? They prickled my skin, danced on it like laser sights. Once again, I imagined running far away from this place, fighting the clawing wind, soaring high above the pines in one long jump. With the wind in my back as my only companion. And the eyes of my future classmates were asking, this new boy, is he one of us or an outsider? Well, define outsider. I haven't been here long, so... Somebody whispered something. Excuse me. Somebody whispered something, and stifled laughter rolled through the classroom.
Доску вытри!
Wipe the board. But that had the teacher's name on it, right? It was easy to guess who was the main prankster here.
Эй, очкарик!
Hey, Four Eyes.
Ты чё, не только слепой, но еще и глухой?
Are you not only blind, but also deaf?
Доску вытри, говорю!
I said, wipe the board. My knees weren't the only shaking part of my body anymore. I was trembling from head to toe, and I prayed for the teacher to come back sooner. My prayers were answered by the powers that be.
Ну что мне с тобой делать-то?
Well, thank God for that. What should I do with you now? Have me seated? What's the problem?
Куда сажать, а?
Where will you sit? It's up to you. Oh, is this a full class? Is that the problem, maybe?
Давай-ка сядь, наверное, с Семеном.
Oh, well, you can sit with Simeon then. Then what's the
Он
problem?
все равно один.
He's alone anyway.
Еще чего?
No way. Oh, wait, is that the big boy? Because then I see the problem. The fatso put his backpack on the seat beside him in defiance, scratched his belly and smirked.
Ты опять за старое?
Are you back to your old tricks?
Снова бабушку в школу вызывать?
Should I call your grandma here again? The classroom went silent. I guess the only one they're more afraid of than the teacher is the grandmother.
А чё она мне сделает?
Oh, and what she's gonna do? Well, they said again. Apparently she did something good last time.
Не она, так я тебе сделаю.
Well, I'll be the one to do something if she doesn't.
Рюкзак убрал быстро.
Put away your backpack now. Simeon didn't move a muscle. He started studying the portraits of writers on the wall, looking bored and unaffected by the teacher's piercing stare. I needed to do something to resolve this somehow, to save myself. Yeah, because I don't want to sit there either.
Я...
I cleared my throat and continued in a stifled voice that sounded nothing like me.
Я могу за последнюю парту сесть.
I can sit in the last row. Anywhere but there. If there's space by the last row, then sure.
Там, кажется, свободно.
I think there's a free seat. The teacher snorted loudly. She looked at me, then at Simeon, then back at me. You know what that big boy's gonna do to me. You know.
Ладно.
Fine.
Садись пока туда.
Go there for now.
А с тобой, бабурин, мы еще поговорим.
And you, Baburin, I'll have a talk with you later.
Чтобы подошел после уроков.
Come to me after class.
Будешь по классу дежурить, ясно?
You'll be on cleaning duty. Got it? Oh, and the big boy is going to make someone else do it. Semyon forced out a twisted smile. Juicy pimples were growing on the tip of his nose, ripe for the taking. I walked carefully, afraid to stumble and fall, so don't walk next to him, to cause another outburst of laughter from everyone. Excuse me. I took my seat at the back, at the last table, where I was met with a pile of old posters. The outcasts took their seats, and the class was ready to start. The outcasts? Oh, so there were more than me. There was just me.
Вот и хорошо. Начнем урок.
Now, this is settled, so let's start the class.
Тема. Традиции русской и мировой литературы в рассказе Зощенко «Не надо врать».
Today's theme is traditions of Russian and international literature in Soshenko's Don't Lie. Oh, Alisa! I think this one is for you. Oh, ugh. Why are you looking at me like that? The Fatso, I like that that's his name now. Don't say it out loud. The Fatso turned back to me. His stare informed me of the coming days, weeks, and months of bullying. I've got my eyes on you, said his watery look. Yeah, I can see that you have your eyes on me. I can sense it. I could sense it even if I wasn't looking in your direction. After just a couple of periods, I had already noticed a huge yellow spit stain in my notebook. That sounds like the Dies in the background. Well. Then at the cafeteria, this Semyon accidentally, unquote, spilled a glass of compote on me. Compote, that's like soup, like a meaty soup, isn't it? A desert drink brewed from a mix of dry fruit and berries. Okay, I suppose not. Never mind me. I said nothing. That's why we glimpsed into the glossary. Then he flailed his arms around after exiting the toilet, so some of the liquid from his hands would get on me. Just before the final period for today, Semyon pushed me into a buzzing crowd of girls from our class. That is a very unfortunate fall. A very unfortunate timing for taking a picture, so to speak. They made way, cursing, but I couldn't hold my balance and ended up ramming my face into the girl I took for the class rep before, right in her chest. Yeah, she seemed like the kind of girl that would make a big deal out of anything. Ow. I immediately stepped back, dying from embarrassment.
Прости, ты в порядке?
I'm sorry. Are you alright?
Я...
Then she suddenly put her hands on her hips. That's not her hips, but okay.
Нет, ну вы посмотрите
there we
на
go.
него.
Will you look at him?
Облапал меня прямо у всех на глазах.
Groping me in front of everyone. That did look unfortunate indeed, but I assure you that was not the intention at all.
Я сейчас все маме расскажу.
I'll tell my mom.
Тебя из школы выгонят, извращенец.
They'll expel you, pervert. How could she not have seen that I was pushed? There was some sort of sadistic pleasure in her eyes. Okay, she's a bully, just the feminine version. Pleasure in her eyes, as if she was a child who was about to put a lit-up match to the chaffer beetle.
Я нечаянно, меня толкнули.
I didn't mean to. He pushed me.
Все видели. Слепых среди нас нет.
We all saw that, you know. No blind among us. Yeah, didn't she give a wave at the big kid while they both were going into the room? It seems like they have a dynamic going on. She stared at my glasses while showing me a creepy smile. It's like she's the queen and the big boy is the king. I started to fume on the inside, but Semyon's laughter cooled my head.
Толкнули? Чё, правда?
I pushed you. Are you sure? He swaggered up to me enveloping me in the smell of sunflower seeds and rotting teeth, and then pushed me to the ground.
Вот так, да?
Like this,
Что
huh?
ты сделаешь?
What you gonna do now? The bully towered over me as if saying, "Come on, hit me. Let me see you try." Yeah, he wants to assert dominance over the new kid. Everyone needs a reminder who's boss. I like that he looks upset when I put fight back, and when I put endure, he smiles. Back then I would endure, but in hindsight, I think you deserve this.
Слушай, ты...
Listen, you. My throat went dry, my lips were moving on their own, and my voice was aching to a stifled squeak. Semyon wore a mocking smile.
Давай, давай, продолжай, очкарик.
Go on, Four Eyes.
Чё примолк-то?
Why did you stop?
Нам всем очень интересно.
We're all waiting.
Если еще хоть раз меня тронешь...
If you ever touch me again. Semyon slowly stuck out a finger and poked my forehead.
Натронул и чё?
I did. So what?
Еще хоть раз!
If you ever do it one more time.
Тронул!
Here,
А вот еще!
once more.
И еще!
And again.
И еще!
And again.
И еще!
And again. He was poking me with his finger so hard that my head tilted backward. I must not cry, or I'll be done for.
Чё ты мне сделаешь, мямля?
What will a wimp like you do to me? My vision went blurry. My soles tore off the floor. I rushed forward and threw a random punch without looking. I hope it goes to the right person. It does. Oh, yeah. He did not like that. What I saw when I opened my eyes was beautiful, but horrifying at the same time. No pain. You used force, achievement unlock. That means that we didn't get any pain. But I suppose he did. Semyon was holding his air and blinking in amazement. Yep, you taunted the octopus. Wait, was I the first person to rebel against his absolute rule?
Стопэ!
Лена!
I needed to run, but I was already surrounded by his crownies.
Лилия Павловна!
Lilia Pavlovna?
Лилия Павловна! Петров Бабурина ударил!
Oh, that's a teacher. Petrov just hit Baburin. Well, I'll be very happy if the teacher is like, well, he deserved it. The teacher was there to see how he behaved. He knows that this has a very good reason. Semyon's cheeks grew even redder and his pimples even whiter, like the heads of larvae. But a smile flashed on his face that was only noticed among his comrades. He got really close to me. The smell of rotten teeth washed over me.
Тебе
You
пиздец!
are fucking done. His voice was evil and dangerous, like someone tore off the lid from a kettle with boiling fat. Right now I wish he did speak it out loud. He has a way with words. Fitting words for someone like him. I was waiting to get hit, counting the thumps of my heart and guessing where his fist will go. The solar plexus, the jaw, the nose. What is a solar plexus? He just turned around and walked off. A thought, cold and sober, and extremely irrational, popped up in my head. I'm going to get killed today. I was late to leave the school after classes on purpose. Semyon didn't attend the last period, so I was hopeful. What if he decided to dodge the cleaning duty and ran home, forgetting all about me? I heaved a sigh of relief, like someone on death row whose execution was delayed by a day. But I didn't let myself forget his tone, his vengeful gaze, and his scary, electrified smirk. While the other students were leaving the school, laughing loudly, I was pretending to skim through my books near a window. I was staring outside, nervous. Maybe we glimpsed the fox girl then. Although she probably wouldn't wait around for long. We also did reveal we weren't gonna go meet her at the Hanged Man. Whatever this was supposed to mean. I suppose it's like a... Why would it be a statue or something like that? That's weird. Semyon was nowhere to be found in the front yard or near the school gate. I didn't really believe I was this lucky, so I decided to be extra cautious and stayed for some more time in the corridor that was gradually getting less crowded. All of the bustle moved to the first floor. What is that collection of sounds? There was a skeleton peeking out of the biology classroom. Some jokester put a cap with the American condor on its head. The sound of running water were coming from the bathroom. I was the only person left in the whole school. I'm not alone, a sudden thought came to mind. Here we go. I remembered the missing boy. His portrait was on the notice board near the schedule. I remembered his smile. You know what? The eyebrows look more angry. The mouth looks a bit more demonic, and the cat looks angry as well. So I think you're not remembering it as much. It didn't always look like this, did it? Please don't tell me it always looked like this. Please don't tell me. Him looking at me. And the fact that he's most likely already dead.
Привет.
Привет. Hello. I shuddered and turned around. Who's there? Instrument. A violin or so. Yeah. At first, my eyes stumbled upon the black violin case. Then I noticed a girl from my class was holding it. Oh, hello. Well, you seem friendly. Friendlier than most people I met today. She sat in the first row of the second column. I could swear I caught her looking at me a couple of times. And I was sneaking glances at her myself. Oh, were you? Sometimes it just feels nice to look at something pretty. Someone pretty, for that matter. The spring, the sky, or a girl that's not in the crowd that laughs at Semyon's jokes. And she wasn't whispering the dirty laundry of other people to Katya. She spent all the breaks, just like me, staying in the classroom, or looking in the window, or drawing something in her green notebook.
Здравствуй.
Hello. Wait, you're not the fox girl, are you? No, can't be. I turned red and pretended I was studying the pattern on the wooden floor. We blush easily, don't we?
Круто ты ему врезал.
It was cool the way you hit him. Oh. Well, someone had to do it.
Это вышло случайно.
It was just an accident. Almost. A little bit intentionally. I started shoving books in my backpack to at least put something in my hands.
Вроде Семен раньше таким не был.
Semyon wasn't like that before.
Он к нам недавно перевелся.
He also transferred here just recently. I guess a school perhaps wanted to get rid of him. Another school's problem now. Or maybe other cases in real life caused him to move. Who knows?
Бабушка мне его по секрету сказала, что он словно взбесился.
His grandma told me that it almost felt like he went mad. You talked to his grandma?
Семёна даже старшеклассники побаиваются. Представляешь?
Even the upperclassman fears Semyon. Did you know? I did not, but I suppose it makes sense, the way he's acting. The teacher is fearless, but still, the way he just nonchalantly looked at the posters around in the classroom, not caring for their world, even after strict threats.
А ты вот молодец.
Hey, you're different.
Не струсил.
You're brave. That's one way to put it. Pushed into a corner. Fight or flight. I did a coin toss, sort of. I mumbled in reply. Yeah, right. Me brave. A hero that has been standing around in the hallway to avoid a beating. The girl looked at me with her clear, attentive eyes.
А ты за рекой живешь?
Do you live over the river?
В том деревянном доме?
In that wooden house? How did you know that?
Ну да.
Yeah.
Там, наверное, страшно.
Must be scary living there. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Да еще через лес идти.
And you also have to cross the forest. Mm-hmm.
Я бы так не смогла.
I wouldn't be able to do that. Well, you know, if more people lived over there, we could always make like a little excursion, a group, on our way to school, so that we don't have to walk alone. But I seem to be the only one to live over there. I shivered at the mention of the forest. Yep, we have to go back. I thought of intertwining branches, of a snake-like trail, of endless darkness that spread like mold among the crooked trees. So I straight up lied. Are we writing the hero feels now, huh?
Да не так уж там и страшно.
It's not that scary.
А что тебя так пугает?
What's so scary about it for you? And she got a little smile. She smiled after a brief pause, yeah. Oh, even more. As if brushing off a daydream. Yeah, maybe she's like me. It feels like there are more and more people like me that sort of do the same, like we daydream.
Да так. Ничего.
Like our sister even, keeps seeing things. Which may or may not be there. I don't think they're really there, but we all hallucinate in one way or another. Or we're just children. Well, actually, never mind.
Меня, кстати, Полина зовут.
My name is Polina, by the way. Hello,
А меня
Polina.
Антон.
I'm Anton.
Ну, это я знаю.
I already know that. Yeah, I guess I was introduced.
Слушай, Антон.
Hey, Anton. She stumbled as if trying to decide whether she should continue. Two friends in one day.
А что ты делаешь после школы?
What are you doing after school? Well, I was considering going to the forest. Although it's probably already dark out again. I don't know. In the midst of winter, darkness comes very fast. Not many hours of daylight. My chest felt prickly after her innocent question, yet somehow it felt pleasant. It does give off like a very similar vibe of the Fox Girl, though, doesn't it?
Ничего такого.
Nothing much. I stumbled and didn't finish my sentence. Because it's as if we wanted to talk about the forest. Oh, she... Huh? Alisa's predatory smile flashed in front of my eyes. There she is, speaking of the sun, speaking of the moon, however we shall put it. Her playful eyes in the slits of the mask were probably just a product of my imagination, though. Just her entire character might be a play on your imagination. Or she's a human, but the mask is not part. That mask is way too realistic. Not that it just looks too realistic here. That big yawn and everything. How the mask seemed to change as things got a little bit more threatening and all. What if that fox girl was waiting for me after the school? She did say she'd let me off the hook. Was it another of her weird jokes? Also, my right click sort of... I have to right click X amount of times during the session, apparently. Was it another of her weird jokes? I wonder if she's hiding a big red tail under her coat. That would be adorable. I suddenly got covered with beads of sweat, like after a physical education class. Well, I guess anything animalistic right now is probably going to make you scared because, I wanted to take a shower, as if just thinking of the fox girl made me dirty, soil my clothes, lure me into the forest's embrace. Well, yeah, she does seem to bridge your thoughts over to the forests. It doesn't help how she joked about the forests. Half joked. Might not have been jokes. Might have danced outside a window. I think she just played it as jokes. To be honest, I don't know if she's an antagonist. I don't know if she's really a beast taking a human form. I just feel that she gave like a threatening thing. She talked about the forest and it's like, oh no, I don't know anything about that. That was just a joke. You're so silly. You're so dim-witted. I think I think that's the part she's playing. She's playing it off as jokes, but she knows stuff. She wants to show me stuff. But I think
У меня сейчас занятие, скрипка, а потом я свободна.
I think she's done with us anyway. I think there might be another creature waiting for us next. or nothing. I think she had it with us. I think we hurt them by saying that we're not even going to meet up with her. I have a violin lesson and then I'll be free.
Дедушка мне
My
репетитора
grandpa
нанял.
hired me a private tutor. Oh, nice.
Наш учитель музыки, он же скрипач.
Our
А
music
здесь, в
teacher-
поселке, ему некому преподавать. Только мне.
Our music teacher is a violinist, and he doesn't have anyone to teach her, except for me. Well, that would be cool to learn the violin. I didn't care for the violin at all when I was younger, and you can hear the sweet violin music in the background. I've come to appreciate the violin instrument more and more because it adds so much emotions to songs. A violin can add so many emotions. I do find it a very respectable instrument. All instruments are respectable, but I take a liking to the idea of having learned it. I don't even know what I'm saying, but because that sounded like I know how to play a violin, I don't. But I like listening to it. Okay. Well, you must make your teacher very proud, and since no one else seems to be interested in that here, or capable, or affording a violin, I suppose that must be very expensive as well. She waved her free hand in the air, imitating the movement of a bow on violin strings. It's not violent strings. The night is not fully here yet. I could almost hear the music, and brushes her hair. It chased Alisa out of my head. I looked at Polina's lips, catching every word, and was frozen from the unusual sensations. They were warm, soothing, and tingly. Our boy's getting a crush, isn't he? It felt like I was very small, and the feelings were immense, and they couldn't fit inside me.
Тут говорят, что у нас в поселке маньяк завелся.
They say there's a serial killer on the loose in the village.
Раньше со школы меня всегда дедушка забирал, но в последнее время ему не здоровится.
Normally, Grandpa would escort me home from school, but he's been sick lately. I snuck a glance at Voa's photo to the right. That looks more haunted the more I look at it, Jesus. His eye wells were studying me. His lips were wearing black lipstick. He's very descriptive with his words, this one. Makes it feel like everything is alive. Maybe that's why everything does come to life always, because it's so descriptive like this. Just like the portrait on a gravestone.
Ты не подумай, я не трусишка, просто...
I mean, I'm not a coward, it's just...
Просто мне кажется, что с тобой будет безопаснее.
Aww, I think I'll be safer together with you.
Антон, ты сможешь проводить меня до дома?
Oh. Will you go home with me, Anton? Oh no, Oh, you can't do this to me. I already had it set in my mind that I wanted to see if I could find the fox. Because I want to find out more about that damn forest. There's no way I'm going into the forest with her because she wants to be safe on the path, and I should actually do that myself. But... There it was. Finally, everything that I read about in the adventure books, everything that I dreamt about was seeping into my life. A mysterious crime, a beautiful stranger, and a heroic duel. A duel. Bam! Oh. Yeah, emotions are amplified with us. Thinking of Semyon instantly sobered me up, returned me back to Earth, and it started shaking under my feet like a deck of a ship. If only I could rise to the occasion in front of Polina. Be yourself, my man. Like, don't blow it up as being like the hero and all. Like, we punched that dude because we wanted to like get out of our corner. We didn't want to get hit. Like, heroic in a sense, but we're playing ourselves to be this hero that we're not. Because no matter how brave I was trying to act, it was obvious for both of us that I wouldn't be able to stand a chance against a big guy like that. And me knocking... and... yeah, and him knocking me out won't even be the worst of it. The worst part is that Polina will see all of that. And she'll laugh at me like everybody else. Well, she did say that she was laughing at the big boy's jokes. I think Selmion, there was a big boy, wasn't it? So since she was laughing at his jokes, but she seems so genuine and nice when you talk to her like this. I don't know, there's like a duality here. No, I don't need anybody to see me in such a shameful state.
Сегодня вряд ли получится.
I doubt I'll be able to today.
Ты же знаешь, Семен, скорее всего, караулит на школьном дворе.
I can't tell whether her eyes look angry or just a little bit saddened. Like with her face, her lips seem to like show a bit more pouty, if anything. You know, Semyon is waiting for me outside.
Лучше мне с ним разобраться лично, по-мужски.
I need to deal with him on one-on-one like a man. We are digging our grave here.
Глупости
Nonsense.
какие.
Nonsense indeed. Polina brushed off some hair off her forehead, and I sensed a weak aroma of blackberry. We can sense the auras and smells so easily. Polina was like water when you were thirsty. You gulp it down and still wanted more. Wait, what? I remembered these summer evenings at the country house, the fire's pungent smoke, the berries hanging over our fence from the neighbors, and a soft cover of pine needles under my soles. Those few peaceful days when I felt completely safe. My mom resting in the hammock, my dad putting meat on a skewer. Could have I foreseen the upcoming catastrophe in the crackle of the coals, in our parents' laughs, in the smell of the fleeting July? Could I have seen how fragile that world was?
Думаешь, этот дикарь будет честно драться?
Do you really think that savage will give you a fair fight? No, I don't.
Со своими дружками набросятся всем скопом, опомниться даже не дадут.
He'll just swarm you with his friends without giving you a chance to catch a breath. Yeah, it looked like his friends wanted to attack me, and then he just ran away. Maybe because the teacher was about to witness it behind us or something. Polina suddenly flashed a devious smile.
Но если мы пойдем вместе, это их ошарашит.
But if we go together, they will be put off. But that's the thing, though. Because I'm pretty sure that since I'm so dead set on my first goal right here and now, and the fox, I feel, is the key currently. If there indeed are other animalistic entities out there, it feels like the fox is like a bridge to that. And the fox will disappear if there are other people there. I don't think the fox will approach me. I think the fox will, wherever this so-called hangman is, will not approach me if I'm there with someone else. And sorry, I'm just drowning in my own thoughts. Oh, but she really wants to go with me, though. Choices are never easy, are they?
Я же не только первая скрипка на деревне. Я ведь еще и девочка.
I'm not only the first violin of this village, I'm also a girl. Uh-huh.
Слышала от знакомого хулигана, что он никогда не нападает на кого-то в присутствии девушки.
I've heard from a delinquent I know. I have not heard that word before. I heard from a delinquent I know that he'll never attack someone when there's a girl around.
Представляешь, у них кодекс
Can you
чести
imagine?
такой.
They have this weird code of honor. There's a big discrepancy in that logic because I was pushed onto this pompous girl, and that was apparently what started the fight in the first place. Like, she got noisy, and the guy came back and started a fight when that girl was there. So, I don't really believe that. As you put it, he's not gonna fight clean. A delinquent, you know? I thought, worried. Is he better than me? Taller, more hands. Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Мне на музыку пора.
Okay. Oh, I have to go to music class. She made a couple of steps and stopped. Amazing. Paulina didn't look like those beauties from the magazine posters or the actresses from the movies. Well, she's also very young, isn't she? But in the flickering light of the ceiling lamps, she looks much more alluring.
А ты играешь на чем-нибудь?
Can you play anything? I can play fair. I can play my imagination as if it was a movie tape. I recorded some of it. Do you want to come home with me and see it on the VCR? I can record my imagination. It's better than any horror movie you've ever seen. Or, out loud. No, I don't think we can. Yet. My parents bought me a guitar a couple of years ago. I immediately remembered my meager attempts at making music. I never reminds me of myself. I have a bass guitar laying around, but I haven't played it much. Played it a little bit. I just moved now, and the sound is leaking very easily, so I don't want to bother anyone. But it would be cool to practice it a bit more. Maybe a violin at one point if I ever get, like, I don't know, the opportunity. Get a trainer. Get the money. Music is a nice way to express oneself, and listen to the beautiful violin in the background here. It just provides so much emotions. It touches my heart in a way that I thought violin never would. Violin was boring to me when I was younger, and violin touches my heart now in many songs. It's funny how it changes, isn't it? Change. We're all waiting for a change. Tsoi's song echoed my thoughts and my desire to change something. Wait, what do you mean by that? Victor Tsoi, a singer and a frontman of a popular Soviet a frontman of a popular Soviet rock band, Kino, that played a mix of new wave and post-punk. Their hit song, Peremen, Changes, is one of the most popular rock tracks of the new Russian era. Died in a car accident. May you rest in peace. That guitar got lost somewhere, as if refusing to move to the old house near the forest. I think my parents gave it away to someone that needed it more.
Увы, не играю.
I do not, sadly.
Жалко.
A pity. I wonder how
ладно,
she would
я
light up
побежала.
if I said violin. Oh well, I'll be going.
Пока!
Bye. Baka to you too. Her shout was captured by the loud echo. Oh, this character has to become a writer. Her shoes also echoed through the school hallways.
Пока!
Bye. I wasn't sure if Paulina heard me. I looked out the window again. I am going to take like a couple of minutes of break, and then I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm too eager to see how this continues. Alright, I'm back for a little bit more. The schoolyard was empty. Just a couple of grade schoolers throwing snowballs at each other. Nobody who looked like the hulking Semyon with his cronies. This was giving me some hope. What should I do? Paulina could become my friend, the first one in this new place. Are you admitting to the fox entity not being real, or... And besides, she may be in real danger of meeting a killer, and I'll be her defender, her knight. I'm not laughing at the first half, I'm laughing at the second half. And even though my inner voice was hesitant and whispered about running away from the killers, lurking in the woods at night, Paulina was worth the risk. You talked to her for 2 minutes. You spoke longer with that other girl coming here. You spoke longer with the other girl just standing still before you started walking the long path to school. But the red-cutting fox was also intriguing. It has answers, probably. Also, we don't know. Paulina seemed like she would side with the others when... I don't know. Why is everyone so dual? Is that a word? Or dual here? The duality of everything. It seems like she easily sides with others, but gives me hints about avoiding the big guy. Be around a girl and he won't come after you, which is a lie because he was there when I was pushed into the girl and then still started a fight. Oh, that could be because they two, well, hang together. I don't know. She promised... the fox promised me to help look for a Vova, and this will bring me a reward. That is our prime objective, after all. More money will almost guarantee peace in my family. And that's the grand objective. Gifts for Olia. We must not forget about Oreo. I imagined my sister happy like those girls who get prizes from Supone in the finest hour. Sergei Suponev, a Soviet and Russian TV host, the most prolific showman of the Russian kids' TV in the 90s. He hosted teen quizzes as well as computer entertainment shows. Suponev died on December 8, 2001, when he crashed his snowmobile into a river pier. So the question is this part of the fun fact, or is this part of the memory of the boy? Does this take place after 2001 is my question. I also love this glossary thing. It's like it allows for an authentic experience, and then they explain to us what all of this means. And even something like kiosk, which most of us already know, but it emphasizes on how it's more tied to criminal organizations, and it's a little bit different than what we already know, possibly. Or what I know, at least. She'll be dancing with the famous singers, maybe a new popular boys band like Ivanushki International. A Russian boy band that was popular in the 90s and early 2000s and consisted of 3 singers. And it's like I compliment the glossary and just immediately tosses me another word 1 sentence later. Okay, its songwriter and vocalist Igor Sorin died to a fall from the 6th story balcony. The official police report claimed it to be a suicide. Oleg Yakovlev substituted him in the band and later died from cirrhosis. I'm not sure what cirrhosis was. Was it like a scar tissue scarring of the lungs or so? I'm not sure. I'm not good with these sort of names and this illnesses and so. But rest in peace, both of you. She'll be dancing. Yeah, we had this. So, mom and dad hugging in the Ostankino pavilion. And then all of us going to Disneyland. Oh, it's like this is like a hint from the earlier. Like it's the window, Alisa, and here we have Paulina over there with the violin. God, we are Casanovaing up so much. It's like Paulina. Oh, we are a hero. It's like we talked to her for 1 minute. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't think there's necessarily a huge chance to meet Alisa again, or at least not today. It already sounds like she gave up on us. Maybe she's part of our mind. But even if we don't meet Alisa, it feels like this path takes us closer to the forest.